So step one is, you know what you don't want, you know what you do want, you're asking for what you do want. Step two is source lines right up with what you want. And as your source energy focuses in that non-resistant way, all cooperative components are gathered and things are lined up for you. And then when you take this most delicious of all of the steps, which is step 3, when you stop arguing for your limitations and pointing out what's wrong, when you stop seeing the lack of what you want or the absence of what you want, and you turn your attention to what you want and why you want it, and you feel the relief of the tension as you focus in the direction of what you want and begin even to feel satisfaction even before it is fully manifested, because you're now no longer in contradiction to what you want. So now you're beginning to feel frisky and expectant and anticipation and eagerness. Now you are achieving step 3. Step 3 is a state of alignment with what you want. It's allowing who you really are and all that you have become to be fully manifested, to turn to the things in your life where you and others can see and hear and smell and taste and touch them. Step 4 is being really good at that. Some think that's funny, that step 4 is just being good at step 3. But we think it's worth acknowledging the mastery of allowing, the mastery of focus, the mastery of caring about how you feel and being willing to focus in a way that feels good, the mastery of acknowledging, the mastery of calibrating the vibration of your being to the vibration of the source within you. Mastery of creation, mastery of letting in what I'm asking for, mastery of putting myself in a position in my human form where I can witness the becoming of what I've asked for. It is so fun to witness it becoming. To witness it becoming. Humans, you mostly just want it to become so you can then focus on it having already become. But that isn't what you intended. When you came into this physical body, you knew you would always be in the state of becoming. So you didn't plan on it being the jerky experience that it sometimes is for you. You didn't plan on wanting it, withholding yourself from it, worrying about it, not letting it in, and then in a weak moment of forgetting what you're doing, focusing and letting it in, and then surprise, there it is for a minute. You didn't want the roller coaster ride that so many of you are having. You knew that when you came into this physical body, you had the capability of focusing in the direction of what you want at all times as you're witnessing it in its various phases becoming. You knew that you would never get it done and that you couldn't get it wrong. And you knew that the reason you couldn't get it wrong is because you can't get it done. And you knew that anytime you're standing in the absence of something that you want, that it would catapult you into the vibrational existence of it, and that all you would have to do is focus in anticipation of it becoming, and that it would be. As humans, you've sort of trained yourself to emotionally respond to what you see. And that is the biggest thing that holds you in a place of unhappiness and of deprivation of who you really are and what you want, of all other things put together. It's that most of your vibrational offering comes from what you're observing, and what you're observing is old news. What you're observing is what you've allowed to turn to things. But there's a whole vibrational reality, we call that your vortex. There's this whole vibrational reality that is full of all of the things that you have become already in a vibrational sense, that you've just got to let into your physical experience, because once you've given birth to it, you have to let it be your experience. You can't keep asking for things and holding yourself apart from it and feel good. So the joy of life experience is to give birth and then to witness the steady, never-ending unfolding of the more coming into vibrational reality. We want you to get so good, so accustomed to knowing that there's more that's coming into being, that you are satisfied with the part that you're witnessing coming into being right now. Step 5 is being so good at step 4. That now when you're back in a contrasting moment where you're clearly knowing what you don't want, because it never ends. Life's just going to keep moving forward for you. But you're not feeling negative emotion in the contrast. You're understanding that the contrast is necessary for the expansion of the whole. So you don't take it personally. You don't beat up on yourself about it or anybody else. You don't look at it as some terrible thing that is threatening you, because you know it doesn't threaten you. It gives birth to the more, you see. So here you are in your physical bodies, magnificent physical bodies, right as you intended to be, exploring life, giving birth to more, and now wanting to calibrate yourself into vibrational accord with what you're asking for. Sometimes, we know, you come to a gathering like this and you see a woman who seems pretty sure of what she's saying. She certainly likes the sound of it. And she's forceful and strong. And you might think, well, here's another person with a strong opinion, and maybe there's something of value for me. Maybe I'll take a piece of it. Maybe I'll apply it. And maybe my life will improve as a result of it. And that's all fine. That's what is happening all over your world. You're witnessing one another and learning from each other and experiencing benefit from one another. And we like all of that. But there's another thing that we like that can happen for you here, and that is when we offer a suggestion to you, when we explain to you the laws of the universe, and we explain to you that there's an inner being you and there is a physical you, and that when there's harmony between the two, you feel wonderful. And when we explain to you that you are a vibrational being, and that when you have resistance because of what you're thinking about, your vibration is more sluggish because you've introduced resistance to it. And a sluggish vibration does not allow you full alignment with who you really are. And when we explain to you that full alignment with who you really are not only produces clarity and sure-footedness, but it is also a refreshment that is really what life is all about. In other words, you're here refueling and refreshing with this replenishing energy of source. So then we offer to you a process like meditation. We say to you, if you can find a time every day to quiet your mind for 15 or 20 minutes, and by quiet your mind, we just mean no longer think the normal thoughts you think. And by no longer thinking the normal thoughts you think, we mean really quieting your mind so that you're not thinking any thoughts, because it's easier to think no thoughts than to try to think pure positive thoughts when you've been thinking something other than pure positive thoughts. It's easier to think no thought. So then we say, just listen to something that is boring, like maybe the sound of the air conditioner. Can you hear air in this room? Ooh, hear that little whistle? Find something in that sound and focus on it. And when you do, if you really will, sometimes Esther sits to focus. If there's no sound in her house, she has an app that actually says central air. As you focus, sometimes your mind will wander. Sometimes it will take Esther 5 minutes to stop thinking about whatever the momentum of her thoughts are and to focus upon the air conditioner. Air conditioner is a good tool for Esther because she doesn't have any judgment about it. She doesn't think, I've heard better. So your mind quiets, and when you stop thinking thoughts, you stop negative thought. And when you stop negative thought, you stop resistance. And when there's no resistance in this moment of your being and you are awake, your vibration rises. And when your vibration rises, you calibrate. You allow the natural calibration. You allow yourself to be a cooperative component to the frequency of your source, who, as it is gathering cooperative components, gathers you because you are non-resistant. You see, the law of attraction cannot ever gather a non-cooperative component. Law of attraction doesn't allow that. That's why we say cooperative components are being gathered. When you are meditating and your mind is quiet, you become a cooperative component to your own high frequency. You see how it works? So you allow yourself that rising of vibration. And as you do that, after a day or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 or 20, 15 minutes, 20 minutes a day, what happens is you'll reach this state of non-resistant, where now the thoughts that your inner being is thinking about the important things in your life can be received by you. You'll find yourself actually thinking the thoughts that your inner being is thinking about the things that matter to you. Sometimes you'll have an epiphany. Sometimes it's just a thought of something that feels fun to do. Esther will have a thought like, I think I'll move the furniture around again. And it sounds silly, but it's a thought that feels good to her. And we have a few stories, we won't tell all of them to you here today, where that thought led to something, led to something, led to something, led to something. And after the fact, Esther understood how she was receiving from her inner being thoughts that were the path of least resistance. In other words, your inner being knows where you are in relationship to everything you want. And so as you find this new non-resistant place or state of being, your inner being will actually think a thought that will be easier for you to think. Easy for you to think. And as you think that thought, it will lead to that thought, will lead to that thought, which will lead to that thought, which will lead to that thought. And before you know it, you're witnessing thoughts turning to things in your experience. So the point that we were making with all of that is, so now it's not just like someone who seems pretty sure about what she's talking about standing on the stage. Now you have first-hand experience where you've quieted your mind, you've achieved vibrational connection or calibration with your own inner being, you have felt the impulse about something, you've followed through with it, and now you understand how it all works. It's not just a theory that someone has, it's something that you have experienced and practiced, and once you've experienced it with one thing, you can do it with all things. We so much want you to understand that life has caused you to ask for so many things that you have enough in your vibrational reality to keep you living happily ever after for 20 or 30 lifetimes. And that when you reach this place of letting your resistance dissipate and letting your calibration or alignment to who you really are be a more dominant part of your experience, those who are watching you will begin noticing more of the things that they've heard you talking about that you desire flowing into your experience. They will notice an uptake in the way you feel. Your mood will be elevated. You will be turned in, turned on. You will be happy and alive about life. You'll be eager about things. Your timing will be really good. You'll find yourself feeling an impulse to leave your house at just the right time to accommodate whatever's happening in traffic. You'll find yourself rendezvousing with people, some people you know and some people you don't even know, and you'll have the impulse to say something just at the right time that will be meaningful to them or to you or to both of you at the same time. In other words, you will be tuned into the knowledge and understanding that your inner being has about where you are in relationship to all things you want. And this is what we really want you to hear. You will be witnessing the deliberate creation of your own life experience, and nothing less than that will ever be satisfying to you. You didn't come into these bodies to live somebody else's idea of who you should be. You are a creator, and you are the creator of your own reality. And you've come with others to bounce off one another, but to come to your own conclusions of what you want. And it is our powerful desire that you begin the living happily ever after right here, right now. Deprivation will never take you to anything that you want. There is no virtue in sacrifice. There is no virtue in putting yourself in a position of awkward behavior. You are powerful creators. And we are so happy to know you. We are eager to talk with you about whatever it is that you want to talk about. There is not anything that is off limits here. It's going to be a really fun, uplifting day of things clicking into place for you. You're going to understand so many things about what's been going on in your life experience as we move forward. You'll notice that everyone will not be called. There are more who will raise their hand than there is time to accommodate. But you'll notice that conversation we have will answer everything that's on your mind. And that those that are called will queue up what you want to know. And you will also notice that as we move forward, that the vibrational frequency of your being is going to calibrate upward, upward, upward into your true understanding. And so you're going to understand stuff here that you're not used to understanding. In other words, things are just going to make sense to you in a powerful new way. And so just relax and allow that to happen. Don't fight the clarity that's going to waft over you, all right? And most of all, Feel appreciation for those who are conversing, because without exception, they have something that they are asking that is within your request as well. So what do you want to talk about?